Welcome to the Journey Into Nerdom Podcast, number 22 edition. I am always your host, SR Native. Along with me, as always, my bro, Mike, aka Forever Delicious, and our buddy, Zen Pixel, or EJ, aka Zen Pixel. Dang it, I knew I was going to screw it up somehow.
You're doing so well.
Yeah,
Hello.
I was going so clean, and all of a sudden I was thinking, the worst thing
Paused.
I thought about it. Yeah, I paused. I was like, oh no, I thought about it. And I just go with it. Okay. Okay, so this week, not a whole lot of news came out. Not unless you want to get like crazy political, but this is not a political podcast. We're still we're all quarantined from the sickness.
The sickness,
yes,
the plague.
The plague, that is. What's it called? We got it. Our Arizona has been.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
No, we don't have it.
No, we don't.
If you hear me cough, it's from my allergies, and I have the window open, and it is blowing wind.
Sounds like, wait.
In my window.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How many cases do you guys have?
I want to say that. I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess.
I'm not gonna guess, but it's weird because a lot of it is in the Navajo Nation reservation, and it's very isolated. And people are just like, "How the hell did they get that?" It's just like, that's like
the hell?
Like the most reported cases are up there, and it's like, wow, okay, all right. But anyway, it's just like Arizona's under quarantine to the end of April, and I'm pretty sure you guys are too.
Yeah, pretty much.
And not a lot of fun is happening. And I'm
losing my mind.
You're losing
a little bit.
I'm not losing it yet. Well, maybe I have. Maybe I have. I just don't even know.
Yeah, we started before around March, the beginning of March.
Yeah,
and I think. I'm letting my nails grow to see how long it can grow without being like in the way.
I'm growing my. I usually I shave my beard off every day because I don't like having a beard anymore. But I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna let it grow to the end. See how
just let everything grow.
Yeah, just let it. Well, I shaved my head too, so I was just like, yeah, all right.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of regret it, but. Because I didn't know the hair salons and stuff were still open in March.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they were, but now they aren't anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I could have got my hair cut. Maybe not by a good person, but you know, but at least I could have got my hair cut by a professional. But yeah, I'm gonna let my beard grow out. I'm gonna keep it clean around all over the place. Never could grow a mustache. Always have those stupid, like side hairs on your upper lip or whatever. I don't know what you call it. I know
on your mustache.
Yeah, the mustache. Like the middle doesn't really grow in too thick.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like a reverse Hitler.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
I got that too. I look like Worf.
Worf yeah, like Worf.
Yeah, that's awesome. Then let that grow.
Yeah, I would, but I don't know, man.
Just slowly become Worf to all of quarantine. Where's my food? And just start.
Oh god, I should do that. That'd be pretty crazy. See how far these grow. Get my mom so mad at me.
My mom gets pissed at me too. She just looks at me and then starts like stroking her invisible beard.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, cut it. Like, no, never.
I can imagine how much our mom gets mad at Mike because he lets his grow like into the weirdest things. Because he's patchy. He has patchy hair around his in him. Like his hair grows, but his beard, like
mutton chops don't grow.
His mutton chops don't.
Mutton chops don't grow.
He doesn't have a full beard. It's just patchy all over the place, and it's funny looking. I was like, I'm always like, cut that off, dude. Just cut that. He's like, no, man, I don't want it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Nasty. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I've been reading a lot. nowadays. I am under 100 pages left of the Two Towers, Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Now, very interesting book, very good book. I can understand why it has stood the test of time. But yeah, I'm like, have I gone insane or am I just normal? Because
I think you're good.
Because I'm not bored. I don't feel bored. Like
I don't feel bored either. It's like I was born for this.
Yeah.
It's like we've been doing this since we met.
Like the only thing is I don't play video games in the daytime. I tried a couple of days ago.
That's weird, right?
I tried a couple of days ago and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. I don't feel right. This doesn't feel right at all.
I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to do it because and I told Mike that. I'm like, maybe it's because I just I want to get stuff like do other things, like learn the guitar, like teach myself the guitar again.
Well, tell me about that.
And
I was gonna do that too.
Yeah, teach myself the guitar, learn something different from it or whatever. Because I never really fully learned it. I only just said all right. Grabbed a how-to book, and I skimmed it for a little while. I tried to do the little all right, here's how you do it, the first string, then we'll go to the second string, then we'll go to this string. I was like, okay, cool. Then when I got to chords, I was like, all right, I think I'm good. And I didn't learn anything after that. And I just I think I'm good. Then I was like, hubris or not hubris, but just just thinking I could do it on my own, and I'm like, I don't think I can. It's just I need to go back and actually sit there and just learn it.
Just strum away.
Yeah, just learn everything that I can about it. Learn all that stuff, and also I got back into drawing. Sketching.
Oh, nice.
I should say not drawing, sketching. More of a sketch rather than drawing. But either way, I don't know. I don't know the difference. Trying to get into other art forms. I was learning origami as well.
I think
I have gone insane. Maybe.
Well, it sounds like it's very productive. I've been reading the Jedi Code book, and I've just been reading that, and I've been reading it with my Jedi robes on.
There is no passion.
Only the Force? I don't remember.
Aww.
I'm at the forms part. I'm not at that part yet.
Okay,
yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. I don't know it either. I wanted to get books, but the books will only come in I look at Amazon.
Or a week?
They're in a week away. They're like, yeah, you can get this middle of April. I'm like, no, I want it now.
I want my Prime today, damn it.
Yeah, what is this? I have Prime for a reason. Sorry. Oh man. But yeah, I've been learning a lot of stuff, trying to do stuff because I know a lot of stuff, and I'm like a jack of all trades, pretty much almost. I would kind of quote that saying in art forms or whatever, just being non-productive and non-productive things like origami and stuff like that. Little
origami's pretty hard.
Yeah, but just it's not really something that you're oh yeah, I'm gonna make a living off of this.
I get a degree on origami folding.
Yeah. And I went back and I was trying to do After Effects, but I'm like it's hard because I want to make a little title screen for us, and I did, but it's just so derpy that I'm not gonna use it right now. And I'm looking at things, and I'm like, these are cool, but they seem like just templates of that everyone else knows how to do. So I don't want to do that. You know?
Yeah.
I should learn it. Then
kind of building on top of it.
Yeah.
Then scratch.
Yeah. I should learn that stuff and build on top of it. Just figure out, okay, this is what I want to do. I was just gonna fade in. I was just gonna do a fade in or a fade in like Lord of the Rings does at the end their title screen, or just do the Star Wars bam.
Just scare everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, do both.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Just do the old Superman intro.
Just all of the intros.
Yeah.
Just Journey Into Nerdom, but 10 different intros from 10 different shows. Or something.
And I was trying to come up with background art or whatever, so I can ask somebody to do it for us, or chibi style.
Oh,
I was thinking about us, like me, or yeah, all three of, well, obviously the three of us, like me kind of leading the way with like pointing to the gate or whatever, something like that. And it's just like nerddom, just like yeah, come on, guys, follow me,
like yeah,
and we're just all happy, like yeah.
You have shock looks. I want to be afraid.
Oh, you want to be afraid? Okay, you'll be the character that's always afraid.
I'll be like, whoa.
You'll be our Ron Weasley.
Stick. Okay, I'm down.
You gotta have that dude that's always afraid, like C-3PO.
Right.
Yeah, that's always fun. Archetypes.
I binged Picard.
Oh, did you?
Wait, yeah. As soon as it went free.
We get a review from you. All right.
Okay. Why don't you guys watch it too? It's free. It's free. It's like they made it free for 2 months.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and there's only 10 episodes. You can just crack that out.
Okay. Okay, with a non-spoilery thing. Okay, we'll just give you a little review. But either way, let's just going back to what are you guys doing anyway? I've been like, what have you guys been up to? I've like, you've seen me. I've been telling what I've been doing to like handle this. But yeah, I always
probably doing it.
Yeah, I think to myself. I always keep thinking to myself, because I look at the window sometimes and I'm like, I'm not bored. I am not bored at all. Yeah,
it's nice, right? I mean,
yeah,
not having due dates or having anywhere else to go, just kind of build on yourself, like your art.
Yeah, just trying to figure out like yourself. Yeah, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go back to school after this.
We should have a quarantine every year.
Yeah,
for a month, we just take time for ourselves.
Yeah. That's what I was like. I was like, I want to go back to school, or actually just go out and find a job. That's what I was thinking about. Like what I was doing with After Effects. I was like, I should relearn this, so I can actually have built up a portfolio of like what I can do. But I've been trying to do like schedule everything out that I've been doing. I get up, I read, then take a shower or work out, and then I take a shower. And the rest of that time is whatever I want to do.
It's free time.
Yeah, it's free time.
Like
whatever
a military schedule.
Yeah, it's whatever I want to do.
800 hours. Yeah. Wake up.
If I want to draw, I'll draw. If I want to, do origami, I'll do origami. If I want to, play the guitar, I'll play the guitar. Yeah, just things like that. And tomorrow, nice. my free time is just gonna be changing my room up. I'm gonna change my room up for at least. I'll try to get it done by 4. That's when WrestleMania Part 2 comes or starts. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm okay. I never had a schedule like this. I never scheduled myself, and all of a sudden I'm like, I have a schedule. And you know what? I'm fine with it. Wait.
Alexa, read my schedule.
Oh man, that's so good.
Today, breakfast at 5.
I'm saving money. I have a bunch of money.
Right?
I don't have a bunch, but I have more than I should right now. By the time I hit April, Oh man. Anyway, okay. Mike's been, like you've been saying, he's been playing Resident Evil. He has the new Resident Evil 3.
Resident Evil.
Have you been playing in the middle of the day, or do you play at night too?
I mean, today was the first time I actually played it during the day because I knew it was like at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got it, I played it for that night for like probably a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then last night I played it for a couple hours again. And I was like, okay, I think I'm pretty close to the end. And I stopped, and then I played it this morning for probably like another hour. Yeah. I was like, oh, I was right there. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really short.
It is, surprisingly. I was like, all right. And apparently there's ways to make it even shorter.
Yeah, I was reading the awards or whatever, like S rank. And you can beat the game in 2 hours?
Yeah, there's like a challenge to beat it in 2 hours.
That's nuts.
What do you have to do? I feel like the first level is 30 minutes already.
Yeah, well, all right. So when you beat it, it's like, okay, now the shop is open. I was like, what the hell's a shop? And apparently it's like, just kidding. Apparently, This one, like in the second remake, there's like a records thing that'll like, oh yeah, like do this, and this. And remake 2, it doesn't do anything. It's just like, oh yeah, you did it, whatever.
Yeah,
this one, it's like if you do them, you get points, which you can then use in the shop to buy things that you can carry over into the game. So, well, before I use some of it, I could buy like an infinite ammo pistol, and like all this other stuff. And like gives you, it's like some of it's like pretty cheap. I know that because like I think the first one's like cool because it's just like, oh yeah, it's a skin.
Oh, is that OG, cool. Right? Resident Evil 1 skin for Jill?
Yeah, I know it's Resident Evil 1 Jill. Yeah,
cool.
Where she's got the shoulder pads and everything.
Oh yeah, the beret.
After that, it's like yeah, you can buy these coins. They'll heal you, or they'll give you better defense, or they'll give you more attack.
Okay.
Or you can buy like items that you get later on in the game early, so that way you can see them right away.
Okay, going back to the Jill skin from Resident Evil 1, does she still have the crazy like black eyes under her eye bags?
I don't think so.
She have crazy eye bags like she does in Resident Evil 1?
I don't think she does in Resident Evil 1.
Yeah. No. Okay. I was just wondering. She looks so tired and drowsy. Like, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Smoking. That green herb, man.
Oh, man. Okay, so there is replay value in it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say because I asked him earlier when I heard it was like a 6-7 hour game, and I asked him like, is it worth getting right now, or is it worth waiting until it goes on sale? You said
I said both.
Yeah,
both.
It's a bit of both. Like I guess it just depends on how you want to go about it. If you want to just beat it, then yeah, just wait.
Yeah.
But if you want to beat it and then like, okay, how can I improve my time and whatnot? Then yeah, I would say go ahead and get it.
Okay. Alrighty.
That's how I feel about it.
I feel like it's gonna 2 and 3, the remake, are gonna go on the Switch at some point.
I'm sure of it.
Because I was looking at the sale, not the sale, but the games, the Resident Evil games on the Switch. It's all of them, pretty much.
Oh, by the way, there's another Warhammer game coming out on the Switch.
Is that the oh my gosh,
what was it? It's machines or something like that.
Mech something, yeah. So what is it? Is it a RTS or a shooter? I didn't see any footage.
It's a strategy game. It's another strategy.
Oh, sweet. Yes. I'm down. Down for that.
I know. I was like, holy crap. It's finally happening. The thing I wanted to happen. XCOM is coming on Switch too as well. XCOM 2.
When is
BioShock. They haven't set the dates for that.
No, they did.
Or did they?
Some of them are... Because I think BioShock is at the end of May. And I think Borderlands is at the end of May as well. And then I don't remember when. I think XCOM is supposed to be at the same time, but I feel like it's a little bit further out.
Yeah, I'm so down for XCOM.
There's a lot
of the complete collection too.
Yeah, there's a lot of RTS games coming out on the Switch right now. A lot of those, a lot of strategy games. I wouldn't say RTS, more like turn-based, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, this is what I want. I feel like that system is honestly I wanted that system to be made for that kind of stuff. Honestly, just the like things that I've wanted to play, and take with me on travels. That's the stuff I wanted to play on Switch, and I'm like, yes, this is finally happening. Sweet. And then they have that whole thing, that whole like 60 games in one of like little board games and tabletop games and stuff. Not tabletop, but just like little
something or other anyway.
Yeah, little like things. And they had pool, they had chess, obviously, like all the little board games that come in, and it's not going to be there until what? May. It's not coming out till May, if I remember right. Yeah, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. I was like, you couldn't do it now? Man,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
60 games.
Yeah, it's a lot. A lot of those games, a lot of those ones that they go on sale, they're just like, oh yeah, this is golf, or this is pool, this is blackjack, this is whatever. That's all gonna go out of the wayside because it's just gonna be in one giant game. Yeah. Oh man, so I'm like, I'm psyched for that too. Dang. A lot of things for the Switch. A lot of good things. Good things coming out for the Switch. Okay. What were we talking about? There was another thing that we were talking about. Oh, okay. Okay, let's get to the Picard stuff.
Picard.
What is your review of Picard? Non-spoiler review with Picard. How did you overall? What did you think of it?
Damn. I don't know. The top of my head is that I can see how it will. Other people from who know Star Trek would not like this because it's super dramatic.
Yeah.
And stuff, but at some points, if you watch TNG and you love their characters and you really relate to them, it's a great telling of it or an elaboration of it. Because a lot of it is after the movies, so chronologically and canon-wise, it makes sense in terms of what Picard's going to do, and Starfleet.
Okay.
Because I think, I don't think this is a spoiler, but oh no, it is a spoiler. Okay, never mind. So yeah, it elaborates how Starfleet reacted, and the one of the other gripes, or one of the many gripes I have, is they pick on Picard a lot.
Yeah.
It's like he knows nothing, and he knows he's just the old guy who's just sprouting stuff in the corner.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of storylines that I feel like was just there for drama's sake, just to fill in time.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to like the human condition and whether or not we should create life, or we demand life be not distinguished but extinguished because we created it, sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
It tackles a lot of that stuff that Star Trek The Next Generation touched on.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of it, because do you remember the episode? Was it a drum line or drum court or something, where they were trying to see who was a spy on the Enterprise?
Yeah.
And then it started, and then Starfleet became super militaristic. They started rooting out his friends, his family, who he talked to, if they were conspirators, and it just went down a whole rabbit hole until Picard and then that woman who accused him of being a traitor just unraveled in front of the whole committee. And that's it's already hinted that Starfleet has the capability to be like that, and it just needs a little push.
Yeah. You see, I think a lot of people forget about that stuff too. In there, because everyone always think it's like kumbaya a little bit. I'm not gonna. That's over exaggeration.
You're right. Yeah. You're right. Because it was utopia.
Yeah.
Star Trek TNG they were utopia. Everyone was friends. There was no conflict. Even the Klingons were friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
I was gonna say, but that's a little over exaggeration. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there was some stuff going behind the scenes. Stuff like, militaristic wise. I'm like, why wouldn't they be sort of, building a militaristic thing? I mean, you still gotta defend yourself. I was
yeah. With the Borg and the Defiant and Deep Dish Nine, the Defiant was the Federation's first military ship.
Yeah,
it wasn't designed for exploration. It wasn't designed for diplomatic mission. It was designed to destroy the enemy wherever they arrived. They had 4 photon torpedo tubes and a new shotgun kind of photon launcher, which would eat up ships.
Yeah,
this is not you could see the turn of Starfleet when the Borg attacked. It was kind of like an awakening where the universe is not sunshine and rainbows. There are areas where people would just want to kill just to kill.
Yeah,
and that's why, and I like that fact that the Borg is kind of, okay, this is not a spoiler, but there's a point where the Borg unite.
Yeah.
And then it gives you chills because at some point the Borg cube. You guys know the Borg cube in Picard, right?
Yeah.
There's people living on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's the Romulans who took that place over and doing research. And there's one point where some Borg malfunction, and there's like 5 of them or something like that. And all at once they say, "We are the Borg," and then the people's reactions are fear, and like these are like hardcore Romulans, military, and they're afraid of these guys. So it speaks volumes in terms of the effect that the Borg had on every species or in every corner of the galaxy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil it, but it has its highs and lows. Definitely, it's not a perfect product.
Like I said, what I hear,
Picard.
Like what I hear from like other reviewers, it's just like it's more lows than highs. And I'm like, I don't know, I can't really.
No, it's what? Sorry, you broke up.
It's more highs than, or it's more lows than highs.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely see that.
And I was just like, I always think to myself, I just thought of it now. I was like, maybe just people just remember TNG. They kind of nitpick certain things that TNG was, and they forgot there was things that were to believe to become like military wise, because isn't that like how I always feel like Deep Space, and I don't know, I never watched Voyager, so I wouldn't know. They were more. It was more like felt like more militarized and stuff like that. Honestly, to me.
Yeah, Deep Dish was definitely militarized because the whole the treaty with the Klingons kind of disappeared. There's even a scene where they attack the space station. They're doing hand-to-hand combat, and these are Starfleet officers.
Yeah,
and they're fighting for their lives. So there's like people getting stabbed, people getting shot in the back. And if this was taken in like present times, this is essentially like a siege on an embassy.
Yeah.
We're getting hung. People are getting like burned alive and stuff like that. And this is in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Way before that time, like the 90s.
Yeah. I think. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think just a lot of people just want that, that presence of Star Trek, the Roddenberry, essence still in their Star Trek nowadays, and it's like that's not gonna work nowadays, I feel. And I'm like, I want it to be the same way too, but it's just like it's not gonna work with a now audience,
Yeah, that's I'm starting Discovery, and already the first episode I'm kind of like, oh, sort of thing.
Yeah,
because it's super dramatic. It's super dramatic, and this is supposed to be the main Star Trek line sort of deal of Discovery, not Discovery itself, but going out, going to galaxies and stuff, and it's very drama-ish.
Yeah,
but at least for Picard, they didn't tout themselves as being that sort of Star Trek where you're going around. It's in the title.
Yeah,
it's Picard. It's about him, and it's going to be about what he went through.
Yeah,
and they do. And I can't stress this enough. They do crap on him a lot, where I'm like yelling like, "Hey, who are you talking to, you ass? Like, stop talking to him like that."
Yeah, I think that's like a lot of people grab about that too. It's like he just sits there and takes it.
He does just sit there and take. There's one scene where he's having I think dinner with Deanna and Will.
Yeah.
And Will tries to defend him, and then he's like, "Wait, Will." And he puts his hand in his face, and Will gives him a look like, "Are you serious? I'm trying to defend you." And I'm like, Picard, what the? Why are you acting like this sort of deal?
That's crazy.
And there's storylines that kind of go nowhere, and that's granted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think a lot of people I was gonna say, just maybe the people that run it now just think of it as just it's not as really a sci-fi, but more fantasy now based in space, because they're probably or not Romulans, Vulcans are like elves. We'll make them more like elves,
space elves
with a sword and whatever. And I'm like, when I saw the Romulan with the sword, I was like, whoa, okay.
That guy? Yeah. Oh, the Quat Malat?
Yeah.
Or that's what they call him, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it's true. It is very fantasy feeling. But a lot of the culture it touches on is stuff that we haven't really known.
Yeah.
They touch on Romulan culture a lot. Like Quat Malat, I didn't know they existed. Apparently they were like the citizen military. that defended against the Tal Shiar, which is the secret police of Romulus. And it's like whoa, because in a sense, Romulus they didn't really have a lot of opportunities to like venture off and learn about Romulus or Romulans in general, and they do a lot of that in this one.
If that makes sense. Enemy or whatever.
Yeah. Because like all we know is that they are super xenophobic and super secretive, and they lie a lot and stuff like that. From TNG, Deep Dish Nine, and Voyager. Like, never trust a Romulan. But after their home was not spoiler. After their homeworld explodes from supernova, and they're all scattered and like scattered throughout other planets, then we kind of it unravels and we learn more about their culture and who they were as a people. Yeah.
All right.
It's not. Yeah, I could see how it would not be good for like Star Trek fans, like hardcore.
Yeah.
We want a spaceship, not spaceship. We want a starship, and we want them to go around the galaxy.
Yeah.
Like if that's what you like of Star Trek, then you're not gonna like this at all.
Yeah.
But if you like if you like the Star Trek component in terms of starship, but learning about new people, learning about the human condition and whether or not we can be better than we were in the past, blah, 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 all that stuff, then I feel like you would like this a little bit more. Yeah. So it does explore that stuff.
Okay. I was going to say, like, I really wish a lot of them people that debate this stuff, because you only hear one side of it, and it's the angry side, the angry fan side.
The loudest.
Yeah, the loudest side. You never get to hear the other side, like, have a debate, but whether or not, not how to say kind of gatekeeping each other, Just like
it's like two gatekeepers trying to gatekeep each other.
Yeah, I want to see that actually. One that actually that knows his stuff and likes and agrees with certain things that they do. Granted, he probably might not agree with everything that he like. Granted, he might not like everything about the show, but he's like, okay, this is the way. This is. Okay, like like how you said, like all that stuff about the militaristic side of TNG and whatnot. And it's like there's nobody. I've not heard anybody on that side talk about that. It's always just like I always hear just like, oh yeah, everything was supposed to be peaceful and everything like that. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what TNG you remember, but I remember I remember a lot of times they were going. Like, well, they would get into scuffles. I would know that. I would just, they would. It wouldn't be war. It would just be like, they would get into little firefights here and there. And I'm like, yeah.
It's hard. It's see, when we were kids, we see TNG. Like I was kind of a teenager, so I kind of like, oh yeah, I could see how that would associate with race with the Klingons or the Vulcans. But yeah, TNG seems like it's under a pedestal of it's all happy.
Yeah.
But in reality, if you really think of it's Drumhead was the episode's name.
Yeah.
When they were doing they were sifting out, they were taking individual freedoms from this one half Romulan ensign. It's like just because he's Romulan, and then they're like researching his family, like who is he talking to, blah blah blah. And there's three. I believe there are 3 instances in TNG where the Federation becomes super sketch.
Yeah.
And people tend to forget about that. Oh yeah, the Federation was hiding stuff. There's one where it was a treaty where the Federation wasn't allowed to have stealth technology because obviously the Federation would be too OP at that point.
Yeah.
And Will's captain was researching that stuff like illegally. That was illegal stuff. He was able to find a Romulan stealth module, put it on his starship, but it wasn't compatible, so it ended up phasing into an asteroid, killing like the whole crew. And people forget that that's illegal. That's like they explicitly said that we're not going to touch stealth technology. And it's not until Deep Dish Nine with the Defiant where they integrated stealth technology, but it was under the watchful eye of Romulus, and it was because Romulus wanted more information on the Delta Quadrant. See, it's like the kind of dynamic where it's way more complicated than what we say. Oh yeah, it's just they're going places, they're helping people, they're not colonists technically, but they're not like going to the savage planets and helping the people because all that stuff, blah blah blah. But you don't really look into that things when we're kids.
True. Yeah, and it's just like I just want to hear that debate between those guys, between like one that didn't like it and one that liked it. And just
love it.
Those and they know they have almost the same amount of knowledge of Star Trek. history or whatever, mythology. I'm gonna say mythos. Yeah, Star Trek mythos or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just like for them to go at it and just see like okay, like I want to hear it. I really do. I really would like to hear it. It'd be fun to see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just one thing is that let's like accept people's not us, but it's I would feel like it would be difficult for both of them to accept each
Oh
other's
yeah, it would
side.
go. I think it would get into a yelling match so
Yeah.
fast. It'd be
Yeah.
yeah. But I would have to say, let's be civil. Let's look
Like
at
adults.
everything. Yeah, let's be adults, not be children, and cry over everybody or yell over what people are talking about. Take your time and do whatever. Stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I would like to see it, but I'm pretty sure it would never happen.
That's a damn shame because it'll be so fun to just but in this episode, like, oh yeah, I saw that, and then the guy says this bit. For this is kind of like offhand, but for Tolkien, his household did he have any impact on The Hobbit or any of the new stuff coming out? Like, is he executive producing his kid or his family member or whomever is knowledgeable in his lore?
I believe so, but they always say like you can make whatever you want, pretty much, or you can create a character. You can create your own character in there, but it can't impact the main story.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Because I asked, is Roddenberry, I think his kid, Eugene Roddenberry, he's an executive producer.
Okay.
So this has the blessing of the Roddenberry house.
Yeah, I think it was.
Picard does.
I think Hobbit and Lord of the I think
Okay.
Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, they were executive produced by. I don't even know if it was actually,
I feel like it was.
but yeah, they got permission from his son, I believe.
Okay.
Even then, they didn't really care for it, so it's just like I was like, all right,
Like, just don't touch the previous stuff,
Yeah.
which is true. This Picard doesn't like override anything.
Yeah,
Other than just carry on what the narrative could have been.
that's why like there's only like that character in Hobbit, the elf chick. She's not in the Hobbit at all, or not in anything, not in Silmarillion, not nothing. She was just made up for.
She's like, boop.
Yeah, she was just made up. And she didn't affect anything. She honestly did not affect anything. Just so she was a love interest to that dwarf. Even then, like, there's a whole like backstory of like she wasn't gonna be the love story. She was just gonna be like a noble, not a warrior. Like a warrior elf. Chick. Yeah. That's like not on par with. Well, I would say just as good as Legolas. But yeah,
It seems she's just as good as Legolas.
Then the whatever the people in the boardroom got a hold of it and just no, you're the love story. We need a love story in this, so you're gonna be the love story. I was like, oh wow, okay, that's crazy.
Now that you mention it, there's a part in Picard where it's a love story, and you're like, oh, why? Like, I don't really care much for this, I guess.
Is it the 7 of 9 one?
No, it's the captain and Kim
Okay.
Pine. I forget her real name, but it's the actress for Kim Pine.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It doesn't really impact the story.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, let's kiss. I was like, okay, what is this, Battlestar Galactica? Is everyone banging now? Like that's the one thing. It's contemporary because, like you said, in The Hobbit, they added a love interest because people like that stuff.
yeah.
But in Picard, it's kind of awkward because it's like, and the captain's like, how are you feeling? And she just says, oh, I'm lonely and alone, scared. And then he's like, looks at him, and then they trade looks, and then she kind of like holds his hand towards his cabin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like what? Thanks, I guess.
I can see it too.
Humans fuck. I don't.
Yeah, I can see that too with Arwen and Aragon and the Lord of the Rings movies as well. It's just like they needed a love story, and like there's nothing in in
really?
Fellowship of the Ring, you can tell. Okay, there's only like maybe like 2 sentences that you can tell that they say like they are a thing, they're an item or whatever, and that's it. She's not anywhere like that's the end of Arwen's like mention of Arwen. From there on, she's
not the lovesick puppy.
Yeah, she's not the lovesick puppy.
Immortality to you.
Yeah, she's not the lovesick puppy in
or whatever.
Yeah, she's not the lovesick puppy like she is in the movies. And I'm just like, wow, and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I can see why now people kind of don't like the purist as well for Tolkien.
Oh yeah.
I can see why people don't like the movies. I can see why. I'm like, okay, I get it now. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Because
I could definitely
some things like just bog down the story, and I'm just like, because right now I'm just like, wow, this was so good without having to hear Arwen talk about like, yeah, I give my heart to you, you know.
What? Here's my necklace.
Yeah, and I'm just
This is
like,
my virginity.
yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Because I'm already at the part where they get to the gate, the Black Gate of Mordor, and they meet Faramir, Boromir's brother. Yeah, they're already there. They found out there. They discovered the elephants. They're like, oh, they're real, you know, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And right there and there, and I'm like, wow, this is going way smoother than I thought. Than I thought it was.
Like, where's the elf scene?
There's always
just
one,
on that bridge.
The thing is, there's always one chapter in there in both the books I've read. I haven't read Return of the King yet. When I get there, you'll know. I'm pretty sure I'll be done before next Saturday, before the next podcast. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's always one chapter that kind of bogs down the slows down the reading in it.
Is there a reason why? Is it like it predates an
it,
action scene?
No, it doesn't really like do anything. Doesn't really push the story. Doesn't really push the story forward, kind of. Well, in this chapter, it kind of does because it's Treebeard. You get to understand like how the Ents are and stuff like that. And you know, he like says like, oh yeah, we're the oldest, oldest of the old. We're the first of the, because elves always say that they're the first, but the Ents are actually the first things that were in Middle Earth. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. The thing is, the elves taught them the language, taught them how to. They brought them out of their dumbness, as Treebeard would say. Yeah, and you get into a whole lot of stuff and stuff like that. And it kind of it's a little slow, but it's not as bad as the first one in Fellowship with Tom Bombadil, because that kind of just like derails everything. It's like, all right, get to the freaking get going, let's go. You don't have to spend a chapter on Tom Bombadil. And it's like one of the longest chapters in that book. I like Tom Bombadil, but like it was like, whatever. He's like a dude that, if you don't know who he is, he's a dude that just he's powerful. He's just like a weird like being that's like more powerful than the Ring. The Ring has no control over him. At all. He's just like some weird thing that just doesn't care.
I could see why they would devote a long chapter for him, because if the Ring doesn't affect him, then
like he did, because they're even saying because they even bring up Tom Bombadil in like the Council of Elrond when they all bring the ring. It's like, why don't we just give it to him? And Gandalf's like, it would be good, but he would put it away, but then like he would forget about it and he would just throw it away.
It sounds like me.
Yeah, he would put it away, then he would throw it. Then he would forget about it and throw it away because he was like, what is this? And just like, he was just because it's no use to him, because it's no power over him, because he's more powerful than the Ring itself.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like one of those benevolent being. Yeah, I would say, he's a benevolent being that just doesn't really care about things that go on. It's just him in that little area that he's in. Him and his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
It's just like, okay, that's pretty cool how you introduce a benevolent being, and that's how I'm very sure that's how it would work a lot, because he wouldn't care about the trifles outside of his realm or his area.
Yeah, and if things try to go at him, he'll just kind of like snap his fingers or something.
Yeah,
or do something. Yeah.
It's weird. It's cool. Yeah, but Tolkien. Tolkien. Yeah, I can see why people don't like the movies. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, oh yeah, all right. That was more than what I thought was gonna happen. I was gonna ask this question because I was gonna say like, because a lot of people, not a lot of people. I was just thinking about it, and someone brought it up. I can't remember, and they were talking about Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yeah.
And they're talking about like how he just like kills people or whatever. He goes into angry fits and stuff like that. And they're saying like how Vader was cool and calm and like everything he did, but he still killed people, you know. But did he? I always wondered that too. And it's just like in every like evil dictator or general, whatever you want to call it, you know, did he have the respect for his troops? Like, did Vader have the respect of his stormtroopers?
Vader?
Yeah.
Like in the. Oh, you're asking me, or like in the lore and stuff like that.
No, just like
or just in general. No, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah. He would kill his people in the movies. They kind of naturally they downplay it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't start killing people in Empire until Empire.
Okay.
But yeah, he just snaps clone troopers for no reason if they talk back to him. And there's one where I think he's trying to capture a Jedi from the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
And they're able to capture her. It's the librarian. And they're able to capture her. And then the librarian tells his real name like out loud. Like Anakin, look at what he's made you. And then there's a bunch of clone troopers with him, like 5. And they all turn around. They're like, Anakin? Like General Sky. And then before the guy could finish, he just kills all of them. Like he snaps their necks. He cuts off their heads with his lightsaber. And then like tosses their bodies. And then it's like he just there. If I could say who he respected, is about 2 people out of the whole galaxy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, 3 people. I would say Padme, Dr. Salfa, or whatever. No, that chick, and this one Imperial officer who reminded him of himself. Like he would fight with him rather than the Imperial officer would be like they'll run away and be like villains, like send him the stormtroopers sort of deal. Yeah, this one guy, I forget his name, but this one guy, he like fights with him, up in the front lines with him, and that's what he respected.
Yeah. Okay, I always wondered that too. Like, just like, I was just thinking about that because I was like, yeah, I think some people would have like respect for their, troops, because even if you are an evil dictator, I would think that would be. I mean, you'd have to show at least some kind of, respect to your troops. And I was always like, okay, now that I've seen it, okay, all right, everyone's just evil for the sake of evil. Like, okay.
Yeah, especially in Star Wars, it's always been fear.
Yeah,
like fear is what's gonna placate the masses. It's not really that's not how it should go.
Like I always picture, I was like thinking to myself, what if it was like Vader's just like, all right, troops, we're gonna go. And like, yeah, Vader, we'll die for you, Vader. Just like,
Vader, I love you. And like Imperial regulation panties hitting his armor. But yeah, there's an equivalent of that, but rather he would walk in front of everybody, like block big ass blaster bolts, and then just keep walking forward. And then they would be inspired by that, like, oh, look at his power, look at his raw, flaccid power.
Yeah.
And then they just keep going forward with this.
Power. Oh man.
Like
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool actually. He's like, all right, man, shoot me. And just like
like nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and they even see, and that's the whole thing with Star Wars in general, is that I guess power recognizes power.
Yeah.
And they just follow whoever's powerful, like the Empire.
Yeah.
The First Order, they're like, hey, he's a teenager. And he just walks through blaster bolts and blocks everything. All right, cool. We'll follow him. Same with the rebels, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like they always say, may the force is with us. Nothing can harm us. And it's like, wait, that's not how the force works.
You see, I always wanted to know that. I always wish Star Wars was a little bit more in depth, a little bit like that. Like just like see like the other side, how it is. Maybe not Vader in general, but more like the people that run them, the generals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do they like say like, all right, man, you're gonna do this for the sake of the Empire or something like that,
Yeah, it would be cool to have like a gray area.
Yeah.
Because the Empire is always it's evil, They're the Nazis basically.
Yeah.
But there are good, like, I don't want to talk about the game, but Iden Versio, one of the Inferno squad leaders, she saw the Empire as like power, not just power for power's sake, but rule, like order.
Yeah. Order.
Chaos. Yeah. And that's very pure in the sake of the Empire. And you don't really see that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always wanted to see that too. I always wanted to like. I'm pretty sure there are, noble people in the Empire. It's just like none of like they didn't rise to any like certain like criteria that was like in good position. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, like just backstabbing each other.
Yeah,
killing your predecessor and stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure they're the ones that were getting backstabbed and stuff like that too. So, yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see that in The Mandalorian. I don't know. I just want to see a good stormtrooper.
That would be cool. We almost did.
With Bill Burr?
With Finn.
Finn. I was like, Bill Burr? Bill Burr's pretty with the former stormtrooper or assassin, or I forgot what he was.
He's a sniper.
He's a sniper? Yeah. It's like, that's not saying much. It's like, I wasn't a stormtrooper, wise ass.
Oh, man. But yeah. I was going to say, like, that would have... Gosh, I don't want to talk about that. That's going to open up a whole can of worms.
And I'm going to start.
Well, I'll just say that his character was wasted.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill Burr?
No. Finn.
Or
John Boyega's character. Yeah.
Yes.
Totally wasted.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Like, just okay. I don't know.
Yeah, just see that. I mean, I guess we could see that with, Han Solo, because he was part of the Empire. But
yeah, they never really talk about that, do they?
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, I want to see that. That'd be cool. Let's do that. An Empire stormtroopers, cool stormtroopers. Like, hey, wait a minute, let's do this, because they have a mind of their own. They're all like conscripts anyway, so it's not
right. Like some of them had a mind of their own, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how that stormtrooper would survive.
Yeah, I was gonna say
backstabbed.
Yeah.
Like, getting shot in the back.
Yeah, you have to keep watching his back. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, all right, cool. There was other things I wanted to talk about, but yeah, whatever. That was pretty fun. Because I don't want to get into things that we keep going through.
Star Wars, you mean?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Say it.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Say it.
Star Wars. Did they say anything about Black Widow? Black Widow movie? Is it being pushed or is it being put on there? Okay.
Yeah, they're moving up. Moving on up.
That's, man, I want to see that. I really want to see Red Guardian and how he dies.
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna die.
Maybe. I hope. Yeah.
I really hope. I really want to see him. I want to see him like. I really hope his character is like a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
To both of them, and like the impact of like, well, I'm saying like his death, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna die or something like that. It will have a great impact on both of them or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just trying to be like, he knows he's not their father, but he's trying. He's like, he thinks of them as their daughters.
Yeah, he's a father figure.
Yeah.
I did in the trailer. There's like a little bit at the end where they're having like dinner, I suppose.
Yeah.
And he does act like their father. It's like, listen to your mother, or something like, Natasha, stop slouching, or something.
Yeah. Like, cause you don't see. Well, you kind of don't see that a lot in movies anymore. And I want to see that. I really would like to see that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be.
He had softer, gentler side, and his death would mean something.
But I have a Man of Steel. Jonathan's death.
No way.
No, Clark, don't. And everyone's like, "Who is he motioning to?"
I think like the closest is like Hondo.
Oh, Anaka?
Yeah. No. Guardians.
Oh, and Guardians. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I was like, like Star Wars. Yeah, that one was terrifying in itself too.
Yeah.
You saw him die,
froze himself.
The life disappeared from his eyes, and it's like, why are you guys holding on this shot? I don't want to see. Like, you see the life.
But it wasn't that. I want to see the like I understand the whole father and son thing.
Like Cat Williams.
Yeah, we all know the father and son relationship. I always want to see the father and daughter relationship with that side.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I always think that's more fun.
Yeah, that would definitely. I would love, like, other than Gamora and Thanos sort of deal.
Yeah,
but no, I want something more. Yeah, Red Guardian.
Yeah,
sort of thing. Yeah,
that would be fun.
That'd be adorable.
It would be adorable. I would like that. Red Guardian would be my number one person for a while. Like, yeah,
yeah, Red Guardian.
still fits. Yeah,
Have a shirt like that. It still fits.
oh, I should have bought that shirt when
It doesn't.
came
Is
out.
there a shirt?
There was a
that?
shirt on my website that I go to get. It was
Oh.
Apparel, and it's still it was him just like still fits.
That's awesome.
It was more in the line of the not Pit Boy. Is it Pit Boy? From
Fallout?
Yeah,
the one on the wrist.
That sort of design.
Uh-huh.
That sort of character design or whatever. Yeah, and he was just like, how he is in there.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. Or he's doing the thumbs up and it's like still fits.
yeah. Red Guardian is gonna be my favorite character.
Yeah.
Whenever this movie comes out.
I really want to see this movie. I really do. Just because it has that and it has like one of my favorite villains, or super villains. I would say super villain.
Yeah.
Taskmaster. Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't really an anti-hero, right?
No, he's he's a mercenary.
Well, yeah, it'll depend, but right now he's a villain.
Yeah. It's just weird between those mercenary lines because Deadpool would be one, or he'd be a sort of anti-hero, I guess you would say, or whatever. He's just doing it for the money or whatever. Like that.
Yeah.
Then he'd be a good guy. On the other side.
I'm on this side. Whoa.
But yeah, just can't wait for that movie. Okay, is that it? I believe. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything that comes to mind? It doesn't have just like whatever, like something to discuss, something fun. Like, what does the inside of a tree look like, or something? Like that? Or, I don't know.
For some reason, I was following you because before you finish your sentence, like, what is inside? I was like, a tree. I wonder what a tree looks like. And then you said
it has rings, man. It has rings. Depending on how old it is.
How does that work? Do you count that from the, like, you just literally count the ring?
How do you count that? I really don't know. I think you just count it. And you just like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Whatever.
You're 4 years old before I killed you.
Yeah, you didn't even have a good life.
Let me cut you open. It would suck if you had to cut us open.
Oh God.
No, how old are you? Why?
Take a piece off you. Yeah, take a arm off.
Your finger off or something? Yeah, or an arm. Arm seems more like
don't worry, it'll grow back. Not really, but
grow back.
Just like a tree, like a branch, like your arm. You're left with a stub.
Oh my God!
Another arm starts growing out of some other place in your body.
Oh my God! Like Deadpool, like also like a baby arm. I bet,
yeah, a little.
I bet it looks huge when I put it in this hand.
Oh God! Oh, the Juggernaut!
I'm going to rip you in half now, or something. Like, that's such a Juggernaut thing to say. I watched this scene again where all of X-Force dies.
Yeah.
It's like, we're X-Force, right? Yeah. And it's like, oh my God. Yes, it's spit.
Just dies.
Like, go to your left. No, your other left. And he goes into the helicopter blades.
Oh man, I love that. Oh,
that's great.
Can't stop laughing. Woo. Anyway, we have to endure this, guys. Another 4 weeks. Another what? How many Saturdays? 1, 2.
Is that how we tell time now?
Another 3 more Saturdays, and we'll be done with this month. Well, take it back. 3 Saturdays and 5 days. Okay.
The second wave begins.
Yeah. Second wave begins next week, or tomorrow, or Monday, actually. Yeah. So, yeah, I probably won't be done with Return of the King. I'll be close, but I won't be done. I read like 3 chapters today with 2 Towers. It's
nice.
crazy. I keep going back to this, but I'm so impressed by this book. By these books.
It's a classic.
It's classic. Yeah.
I have a friend and she's reading Dune. And I'm like, what the hell is that about? Like, I didn't say that to her.
Yeah.
But I just said, is there worms in that or God? Because honestly, Dune, I'm told Dune is what you have to read if you like sci-fi and world building, and I get it. But giant worms, though, that everyone likes giant worms.
Oh man, I don't know. Like I was just say, I don't know how big Dune is. But then again, I was like, I'm like looking at the reading this, and I'm like, you know what? This is a breeze right now. I always feared like because Lord of the Rings has small text, small writing in it, and I look at all the rest of my stuff, and it's pretty big text, and I'm like, I think I'll be all right.
I think I'll be
when I read these other ones, because like if I can withstand this, I can freaking withstand anything. Honestly,
you can do anything. Yeah.
I just gotta keep reading this trilogy, and I'll be like, yes, I'm done.
At least you're reading productive stuff. I'm thinking of reading this Starfleet survival guide, and it's not really.
Who cares? It's not, dude. That's something that you want to read. I mean, come on. I want to read the Jedi Code and the Jedi or the Sith.
Hey, how is it going to come in conversation? Oh yeah, level 3 tricorder has a tricilium cell, but a phase 2 type 3 phaser has a tribolt. Like,
No, we can do that whenever I get the chance to read it. You know, we'll be like, oh, all right, cool, conversations.
And then someone comes in with the Jedi Code and starts telling you how lightsabers this are. So it's like nerds.
Kyber crystal comes on. Yeah, well,
meta nerds.
We're true nerds. I would think we're trying to be true nerds to the nature, because nerd nowadays is just like thrown around.
Yeah.
I remember I saw a commercial for Disney Plus, and some lady was like saying like, she was like, I watch all the Marvel movies on there, and my inner nerd just had to come out, and I'm like, oh God, shut up. I was like, ugh. That boiled me. That boiled my blood so bad.
It boiled you so much you threw up. I was like,
yeah. Because it upsets me just like saying like, that stuff when I used to get, you know, not picked on, but just like, you know, looked down upon.
It's not something you say out loud.
Yeah, it's nothing you say out loud. I had to keep it hidden growing up, you know, that we knew all this stuff. Until you find out your friends are okay, you find your friends, you're like, oh yeah, like, you know the lore of this and that, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
do you remember Borderlands 2?
Yeah.
And Borderlands 2 with Lilith? And like giving Mr. Torg shit.
Yeah.
Like, just because my fandom's cool, and like she's gatekeeping him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, Lilith, tell him. Like shit, like you can come here, but you can't just pretend. It's not a vacation.
Yeah. Oh God. Whew, that makes me it burns. It kind of, I'm like, I understand kind of gatekeeping a little bit, but I'm like, I don't want to be that kind of asshole. You know, just
like I don't pretend. See, that's kind of a pseudo gatekeeping.
I don't pretend to know everything.
Yeah, like cars. I don't know everything about cars, but I'm not gonna come out there like, change the tire of my car. My inner mechanic had to come out, and it's like, no, like,
I was gonna say like cars, Okay, I know how to fix a flat. I know how to change oil. I know how to not change oil. Put oil in the car. I know how to, you know, do certain things, like little minuscule things, like daily things. I'm not gonna tell you, okay, change you know, whatever. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Go to the mechanic and do that. You know, get up somebody that knows how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just weird because you don't want to yell at them. Be like, yo, shut the hell up. But then again, like, yay, good for you, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. I read all the stories that were inspired by this movie. That inspired this movie. Okay.
Like, no, LT, stop. Stay your hand.
Yeah, because Avengers is pretty much the Ultimates. The first movie. It's pretty much like it. Or a lot of their origin stories are the Ultimate Universe. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. What was that? That was weird. Someone fell. Whatever.
Was
okay.
that you, Mike? Did Mike fell? Mike, come back.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. I thought you fell.
All right.
Yeah.
Haven't fallen yet.
You have your life alert?
And I knew only knew Thanos by name. And recognition,
And reputation?
facial
recognition.
recognition. Yeah,
Yeah.
just because of that giant grin. When I saw him, I was like, "Oh shit!" They are
Oh god.
doing
I had
the
someone
Thanos
yell in the
thing.
theater. Yeah, like who's that? Or another one where which was it, Iron Man 1, and then they had Thor's hammer as a post credit?
Yeah,
Is that the first one?
yeah.
the second
Oh no,
one?
the second one. Second one.
Okay, there's the
That's
second
the
one. Someone yelled out in front of me. It's like, "Oh, Thor's in Marvel!" I wanted to slap him so much, but he was a kid, so I'm pretty sure the bruiser would show.
Yeah. Oh man.
Out loud, like, "Are you serious?" Like, "Shut the fuck! I'm going to smack the shit."
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I was so yeah. But then again, I also knew the Infinity War. I only knew the Infinity War by title, and I kind of knew what it was about too. So I was just
Yeah.
like, oh crap, they're gonna do this? Are they
Yeah.
really gonna do it? Yes, that's what I was like. I was like, oh, I can't wait. Man, it took us like another 10 years to finally for it to come out, but I was like, you know what? It was good. It was good.
It's happening.
A lot of people think of End Wars not that great as Infinity War or Endgame. Sorry. What say to you that? Do you find it to be a little bit more weaker than Infinity War?
Which one's first again?
Endgame.
It was
Infinity War's
Infinity War
first.
first, right?
Yeah, then
And then
Endgame.
I could not see. This is rare. I don't say this a lot, but not really, because Infinity War took the risk of killing everyone.
Yeah.
Right, and then Endgame, kind of, you already know, they're all gonna come back.
Yeah.
But it took a convoluted storyline with like who really thought time travel and did it to a point where you can kind of get it. Like there's rules, like they establish rules, and then okay, you use the rules against that, and that doesn't say that there's plot holes, because there is plot holes, but they did it sufficiently enough not to be super convoluted. Like what's the one where it goes? What is it? That one where they go into dreams. The movie where they go, is it Inception?
Inception?
Yeah, that one's that's what I think is convoluted. Where they go into dreams and dreams, but yeah, I could see it's dream and time, and then there's a limbo, and like how does limbo work? Is your body dying outside? But anyway,
that's what doesn't get me too, right?
Yeah,
I don't understand that either.
Are they just like?
Are they dying on the inside and dying in real life?
Tubes? Are they on tubes? Like I don't. Who's piloting this plane? Like, but but it's a step up. It's fairly rare. I wouldn't say it's the line of Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings is pretty stable throughout. It plateaus.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you hear that yelling.
Yeah, I hear it, but it's all right.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's like a step up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Okay, I see it. It's just like a lot of people just don't like the time travel option of it. I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree, but I think they're kind of let down because it's not the same Thanos as the one before, as the one in Infinity War, because they kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Like a lot of the
Maybe I was too much an ass to you. Yeah.
Like, what did you do? Like, what do you think he did? He just killed him.
I watched it 2 times in the theater, and I thought somebody else yelled that in the corner.
Yeah.
Like in the theater, I thought someone yelled that in the theater. What did you do? But it was actually Rocket. And I didn't notice until like the 3rd viewing. I was like, oh, that's someone in the movie, not in the theater.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I could see why people would be pissed off about that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think this is a good time to wrap it up. I believe, maybe, I don't know. This is like the second time I tried to wrap it up, but we keep going. It's fine, dude. I want to talk about stuff. We don't talk about anything. We're just sitting here in our shills,
Yeah. In our stank.
In our stink, yeah.
It feels like the apocalypse. Sorry, just the it feels when I go out. I don't know if you guys went out recently, but it feels like the end of the world. Like zombies are coming and everyone's rushing to get food. It's just
I haven't been out there in like 2 days. That's
Like, what
that's
is the
crazy.
world?
It's so weird, just being like I'm in my home, not bored, not bored at all, just and just like wondering what's going on out there. It's like honestly, I'm just like I don't know what's going on. Honestly,
What if everyone's gone and you survive the apocalypse and it's just
yeah. I'm also just like planning everything, like when this stuff is over, when it's like, all right, you're kind of free to go outside, but don't go
don't
crazy.
touch each other.
Yeah, don't touch each other. It's like, what do you think we were doing in the first place? I was like trying to stay away from everybody if possible.
That's what, it's like, stand over there. Like, don't touch me.
Yeah. When everybody, when like, or like, yeah, when the people were like, you finding everything all right, sir? I'm like, yeah, go away. And wasn't like that, but I was like, yeah. I just don't want them to talk to me. And there was a dude at the bookstore one time. Obviously, I was looking at books, and he started talking to me, like just this random stranger, dude. And I was like, we're talking about Lord of the Rings, and he's just like, oh, I haven't read it. I was like, I haven't read them and everything. And I was like, oh crap, I disobeyed my one rule and just talking to other people. And he started talking to me, and he's like introduced himself, and I was like, okay, yeah, all right. I didn't want to be rude. I told him my name, and I was like, yeah, we talked maybe a little while, just for about another 2 sentences or so, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go over here. He's like, I'll see you later.
Like, all right, see you.
I don't know if he was trying to hit on me or just trying to make friends. I was like, I don't feel good.
Yeah, that's like good on those people to go to other people and make a huge big deal of themselves.
Yeah,
but like I don't want to.
I don't want to
go over there.
Because I'm like, what are you doing? What are you like? Yes.
What are you?
I'm
This
like,
is not social hour.
Yeah. This is a quiet place.
Or you like to screw with them.
You need to be quiet.
You're like, oh my God, who are you? Did they send you? Or is it just
Are they after me? Are they after you too?
Who are you? Or you just like use the passcode or something. Like that Russian family looks pretty lonely down the line, and then like you just keep looking at them. That Russian family.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious. That'd be so fun. Want to do that? Want to do that now?
Just troll
Can't do
them
it for another month. But they said if it gets a little bit higher temperatures, it might lift it. But
what if it's the opposite?
What if I know? I'm like,
what if it mutates and becomes airborne?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's always a possibility it would mutate. Honestly, I don't know if it'd be that fast though, but there's always a possibility.
Yeah.
I played Plague Inc.
You played Plague Inc. I was about to say that thing passes in like a week.
First thing I do is I make it. I make it airborne, and I make it that it can survive in the heat and cold.
Yeah. So Iceland gets infected, or Greenland. So it's Greenland, right?
Greenland. Greenland gets infected, and I'm just like, yes. I'm just like, this is
die.
Sure. This is how they made it. That's how they wanted it to.
Someone's playing Plague Inc. in a bunker.
A real Plague Inc. And he's trying to find out. Oh man.
He's trying not to prevent it, but he keeps spreading it on accident.
He's playing real-time mode.
Damn, dude, that's expensive. That's like what, $1 or $2?
Yeah, that'd be crazy if he actually did.
Real life mode.
Yeah, real life mode. Oh man,
make a short about that. Someone's playing a game like, real life mode, $5.
That would be pretty cool. Oh, give me good ideas.
Yeah, do it. Go.
Well, I have enough time to write little short stories now, so it doesn't matter. We have all the time in the world, baby.
Yeah, apocalypse now.
Apocalypse.
I like to. I was gonna buy a flashing, like, not LED lights, but there's flashing lights, like at a disco or something. Whatever. How old am I? Disco? What the hell? Do they still see discos?
I think.
But anyway, like a discotheque.
Yeah.
And I was gonna blast Caramel Dancing and just like lay on the floor and just see how that feels. It's all loud.
Oh yeah, there's another thing I was thinking about doing is like photography or something like that.
Oh, do that.
Trying to learn how to edit better or whatnot. I don't know. But I just don't know how to format stuff. That's the only thing. I never really got past that. It's so bad. I'm horrible at digitally, editing, just editing in general, just that whole part of it, that totally goes over my head. And it's like one of the
watch YouTube videos.
It's like one of the key things that you like should learn how to do if you're gonna be a better. Oh, I was gonna ask you this. Since we're both students of film, I was watching YouTube and I was watching like people talk about how they like what they're doing, like how directors or YouTube directors and stuff like that are. I did that in quotations, by the way.
Yeah.
The term director, and I was like thinking to myself because I always remember the term director. My one of my my instructors always said like don't try to ever use that word yet, because you're really not directing anything. You're I don't know if they ever did that to you, like try to gatekeep you from using that word. Like you guys aren't cinematographers. You're not You're not. You haven't done anything like that's high, budgeted. Like you may like think like okay like $10,000 budget whatever. That's right. You think that's high price, but that's not really high price. It's only when like you get to the like apex of like Hollywood. I would say Hollywood or just independent films or whatever. When you have a crazy budget, that's when you can like it's like systematically call yourself or you're a director or whatever and stuff like that.
I'm a director now. I'm allowed to call myself. No, not really, not at all.
Okay.
A lot of the productions, at least the indie productions, they would need to credit people. Yeah. So how can you credit someone if you can't really technically call them them? Well,
like YouTube stuff, would you call them directors there?
The ones who do like indie flicks, or what do you mean in
Not
the context?
Indie flicks, just their little shorts and stuff like that. How they do? Maybe
like short films, like a minute. Not a minute. That's too short. Like 5 minutes or 30 minutes.
I would say I don't know. Because like to me, like director and those still are titles that you have to earn.
Right.
For me.
Right. No, that's fair. I could definitely see that argument.
Yeah.
But when it's not like a military rank where you need
I know.
years behind to call yourself a sergeant. It's more of, I could see why your professors say that, because you get a little big in your head and then you think you're the big shit and you call yourself the director, and that does happen. I've been on productions where a film student would say I'm a director and act like he's Scorsese or Kubrick even though it's like we're just shooting a scene in someone's house. And it's not a big deal, but it's not really like I said, it's not a rank.
Yeah,
it's more of a mindset. Yeah, and
it's just me.
Right. Yeah, no, I could see if you can make a production and coordinate enough people like camera ops and PAs and audio and a bunch of editors and stuff like that, and you can build a production and it's not as high quality as, let's say, your professors were saying, then I could say you could call yourself a director if you're able to unite those people into a common goal, be it small, be it anything. Like we can hardly do that with like a D&D session with like 5 people. Like imagine putting money behind it and time and scheduling and like coordination behind all these script writers, editors, stuff like that. Like you can call yourself a director, but if you're doing like taking pictures of your action figures and making a film from that, then I don't think you can call yourself a director.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, because I know angles and stuff like that, and just like I don't know, but I wouldn't call myself a director. Like I think I should write this or light this up in a way. I wouldn't call myself a cinematographer or anything like that matter.
Yeah,
I wish I'd say cinematographer. Director of photography is
right. It's when you start your first production. Like you sit there and then everyone looks at you. If you're a director, everyone looks at you. What do we do? And then you give the orders, and then they do it. Then I feel like you would be not just like a huge director, just you've dipped your toes in that field, and you should call yourself that. Yeah, because you're down a path. It's a hard path. Like you should.
That is a really hard path,
as much as because it's.
I mean, I tried to
director.
Do it. Yeah, I tried to direct because it was a class assignment, but I tried to direct, and I was like, I cannot do that. Well, first thing. I wanted to do something cool, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be, so I kind of was just like, fuck it, or screw it, or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
It's I can't do that. I've seen people do that. I'm like, I can't do your job. Like, just telling people how many people look to you for guidance.
Yeah, and I was
stuff
just
like that.
Because too, like they kind of like said like, oh, you shouldn't tell your actor to do this and do that, or whatever, or go through like like pseudo go through everything, the emotion that you want to have, or tell your cameraman. I was like, then what am I doing? I'm like, that's am I direct? I'm not directing. If I'm not directing how to do this and how to do that, then
it's in the title.
Because I wanted to do like a cool shot, like how I wanted to like do a shot like how when Vader talks to the Emperor via him big head, in Empire Strikes
Big
Back.
head Emperor.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to do something like I wanted to do that with like it was like the biggest dude in our class. He was gonna be the big man, and like I had this little girl, this little like person be like the big head or whatever. And he was looking in. She was his subordinate,
Yeah.
He was her.
Other way around. Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. She was like the emperor compared to him. This big powerful man, and like this little girl was it's juxtaposition or whatever.
Yeah, it speaks volumes in terms of power. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I was gonna do that, but it didn't turn out anything. I couldn't get. They didn't want me to do the green screen or whatever, or maybe I just didn't like tell them. Like I wanted to do the green screen, just have her, or maybe not her head, maybe, but more like
like a floating head.
Snook was in Force Awakens, that kind of style. Like he was just a giant dude on a throne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But I thought it would have been cool, man, but it didn't happen. It wasn't the way I wanted it to be. I was like, I thought about when I saw Force Awakens, I was like,
damn it.
I was like, I wanted to do it that way. Like that was the way I wanted to do it. They stole my idea. How dare they? Screw you, JJ. You're looking at
his reel.
Yeah.
He's like looking like, oh, I'm gonna shit on all these kids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal all their crap. But yeah, I could. It's definitely a role that needs a lot of coordination and a lot of openness.
Well, yeah, and I didn't have a storyboard up. I should have put a storyboard up.
Yeah.
I didn't have I wasn't really wasn't good at saying what I wanted to say. So I think that was like, oh man, you really need to know your words, wording and stuff like that. Stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like,
it's something that takes practice. That's easy to say, but if you have, it's good to have, let's say, 5 productions, and they can be any kind of production, but not something that's just, you're taking pictures of your action figures, but you've assembled people together to make a short film, be it 5 or 10 minutes, and like that takes a lot in itself to coordinate that.
Yeah, it does. Oh man, but I was looking because he was doing like a challenge with his cinematographers. And I was like, they're doing like moody shots, and I was like, wow, those are really dark. And when I was thinking, I was criticizing them. I was like, you need to get your cinematographers better, man, because like it was just like, that's
your production thinking.
There was not enough light in that shot. But I was like, it might be YouTube because YouTube is a little darker,
That's fair.
But I was just like, but it's not lit up. It's not lit up good enough.
Yeah.
Even for a horror movie, I would be like, this is too dark, dude. Way too dark.
Speaking of too dark, I watched Doom Annihilation. And that movie is it's not bad, like unwatchable, but there's one part where one soldier dies and they're having a huge firefight, and then I guess a demon comes out and like stabs another chick. Yeah. And then he is about to get killed, and then the leader or whatever kills that demon, and he's like, good shot, and then he gets shot by a fireball. And then I'm like, and it's really bright, so it's supposed to be horror, I guess, and it's just so funny because he's just, nice shot.
Oh my god. Oh, sounds hilarious.
But what were we talking about? Production stuff. It's something that takes practice. Have stuff.
I really wish. I
right.
really want to try it again, honestly, because I feel like I can do it. It's just
you have the skills. You have the methods. You can rebuild him or something.
And you know, I can draw a little bit. You know, maybe not great figures, but you know, I've seen like the only one that I considered like to be a director in our class. He does really good short films nowadays. Well, you know, I think he only did 3 or 4, but this is like last one looked really good. It was really budgeted. Or his lighting was really on top. I would say that. But you know, he wasn't great at drawing. His storyboards were just like stick figures and stuff like that. But he knew what he wanted to see, you know. And I was like, all right, if you know what you want to do, it's cool, I guess you would say. Because, like, I think, what's his face? I forget the Asian dude, the YouTube guy.
John Kim.
Name.
I don't know. I just said I don't know.
He was, like, very popular back in the day.
Is it Rocket Jump? Like Rocket Jump?
Yeah, dude.
Like the video games stuff. Yeah, the video games.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he went to USC after he left Rocket Jump or something, and then now he works for. Does he work for ILM or Warner Brothers or some big? Like honestly, he has the skills,
But yeah, I remember he was like, because it was after Iron Man, and Jon Favreau really loved his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why, and like Chef, this boy's watching a video on YouTube, and it's like one of his videos, and he was doing a shoot at Universal Studios or whatever.
Was that the Western?
Yeah, the Western, and Favreau came out. Yeah, Favreau came and helped him, and he was like, and Favreau was like, all right, where's the where's the storyboard and everything like that, all the stuff that he was like, you know, professionally wise, and that dude was just like, it's all up in my head, I know what I'm gonna do, and I was like, ooh, that is not, no. You do not say that to a dude, to a guy like that.
It depends on who you are, honestly.
Yeah,
some people say that the storyboard is for the weak. Yeah, and like you can't articulate, but there's people like us who are not very good at articulating with words. Yeah. So like, here, let me draw a stick figure or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, that's a little.
I was just like, oh, you're not. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure Jon Favreau was pretty cool. Yeah. Guy, and he was just like, all right, whatever.
Like, all right, like, if you can handle it.
Yeah. Like, you're wasting my time here. Like, don't come wasting my time. It's like you sitting here for like an hour or two trying to get a shot this way or that way. I feel like that's what schedule is, you know? Yeah, you know, your shot schedule or whatever. I forget what it's called. Is it shot schedule? Your shot list. Yeah, your shot list is. So you don't waste time, you know? Just like, But most of the time it is wasting time because you have your DP trying to figure out, okay, this is where we want to do, and like, you know, just I remember, like one of my instructors were saying like, I did this whole thing for like an hour or so, got it real well lit, and the director came in just like, oh, this is beautiful, and he just started tearing everything down because that's not the way he wanted it to be.
It really, you have to check your ego at that point. That's sketch as hell, because why would a director do that? That's unprofessional.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's
that guy top.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, okay, all right, cool.
Like, fine. Like, I would curse out the director. I haven't cursed out directors in a while, but I'll be like, all right, just all sarcastic, and then do what he says, because at the end of the day, he's the Hydra head, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what he wants. If he wants it, okay.
And if it screws up, then it's on him.
Yeah. You can tell everyone. You can. Well, I was gonna say you can tell. Well, he wanted it that way. Like I did it. I had this whole great idea, great lighting and a great place or whatever. And he's just like, nope, don't do it. All right.
Like, no, this is beautiful. Like, why would you even say that?
Yeah.
I had one production where I was camera up. I was camera up number 2, which is the middle shot, and it's like that's the passive, not the passive, but that's the safety. Yeah. And I had one director who was telling me to move in, but I would be in the line sight of camera 1 and 3.
Camera 1 and 3, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they'll see me going in, and I'm telling him through the PA, not the PA, but through the comms, like, I can't go in. I'm telling you right now, and I'm getting like pissed off on stage, and I'm like, I can't go in, and he's like, yeah, move in.
Stage production is so fun.
Yeah, and I move in, and you see me like, hey, how's it going? This big old Filipino guy on the camera.
I love. Actually, what I loved was being camera operator. Honestly, I was
Camera what?
Camera operator.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty chill.
It is. It's fun and it's nerve wracking, but I was like, oh, I love this. I feel like I'm in my place. Honestly.
Yeah. It's not too much. You just listen to what they say and just
listen to what they say. Like, oh, rack here. Okay, fine. I will do it. All right. Pull out. Okay.
Pull out. So your mother said, and just like talking.
Oh man, but that was fun. I always thought that was fun. I did that like 3 times, and I was like, oh, I hope I didn't fudge up everybody's thing. Somebody else's idea. I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, you wanted me to do this. I'm like, okay, cool.
You wanted it. Like, you signed this warrant. Don't blame me or something.
I love in the end, I was just told everybody, in the end, I'm just trying to do my best, guys. Like, don't bother me, because I know most of the people that are in there are freaking, rich people to begin with, honestly.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Those kind of art students, not art students. Some students are like, at home, I have a DSLR, 13i.
Yeah. It sucks
like all this stuff.
Go in there. I hated that when I went in there, and I got to know everybody. Okay, but I was friends with everybody. Oh, good. But still, I was just like, I felt like I was the only one that didn't come from a place of what do you say, means or whatever,
Yeah.
Because I was just in there, and everyone else had like all these like DSLRs, and everyone was already knew like editing, like they knew software, like their effects stuff and stuff like that, and I was just there, just like, okay, I guess this is for the rich. I guess I don't know what this is like.
Like, tell me about it. I didn't buy After Effects until before this whole quarantine started.
Yeah,
and I was like, $15? That's so expensive. Like, I'm gonna just
you got just buy Cloud. It. Okay.
Yeah, I got Creative Cloud because of the school.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say it's probably like $100 for me.
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah,
$100 a month or whatever. It's like something like that.
Oh my god! I think that's it.
I'm just like, nope, sorry, can't do it.
Like, I'm not gonna use this every day. Like, I get buyer's remorse.
That's what sucks about it. I spent so much money on certain things, and I didn't even get to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know how much that stuff costs, dude. And it's just like, man.
Yeah. I didn't buy a mic until I don't know who persuaded me, but like, am I going to use this every day? Like, I have a Yeti. I don't have an XLR mic, and I wanted to get an XLR mic.
Oh, I want an XLR mic too, as
well. Right? But
I always wanted to get like a soundboard. A soundboard.
Oh yeah, like that. That would be
that
great.
For this stuff. Yeah, And I was just like, I don't have that kind of money for that.
I was doing the math in my head too.
Yeah, even for like the 2 XLR cable, like the 2 soundboard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I can't even afford that. It's just like,
yeah. So I mean, you can kind of fork over with just an audio interface, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's like $200.
Yeah. And it sucks because now is the time I can like jobs are out there for like grocery stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I can't even do that because I live with an older person.
Oh, I see. You don't want to bring back. Yeah.
And I don't want to bring it back. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm just like, this is my opportunity to do it. My first like real job to do, and just like, I can't even do that. It sucks.
It's a great time to learn your trade.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I said to myself too. I was like, it's a great time to go back and dust off the whatever on my brain with the trait that I was going to do. 5 years ago. It's like
it's not too late to start. I don't think it's unless they start doing this weird interface where it's After Effects is this whole, or Premiere or whatever you use. Yeah, it's different, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
Avid's still the same. People are still bitching about Avid, but I like Avid.
Yeah, I like Avid too. I thought Avid was better, honestly.
Right? It's the standard for a reason, because it's. I guess no one can just pick it up.
Yeah,
sort of deal. It's like gatekeeping itself or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Not everyone can. Everyone can use Premiere, sure, and everyone can use Sony Vegas, sure, but not a lot of people can use Avid.
Yeah. Yep. And like a lot of those film students that I was with hated Avid because they just wanted to do Premiere because that's all they knew. And I was like, it seems all the same to me almost.
It
But
is.
yeah, it's a little different here and there. But I was like, it's pretty much almost felt the same way.
Yeah, Avid is. It feels, I guess, more physical. I don't know. If Premiere is more like you're at a strip club and you're looking, and then Avid is more like you're getting a lap dance sort of deal.
Yeah,
because it feels not. It feels receptive.
Yeah. Oh,
and Mike just kind of tuned. Where'd Mike go?
Sorry, Mike. We just left
My bad.
out of the thing.
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I thought you like exploded.
No.
Anyway, well, the real podcast ended like with the Picard review anyway, so this is just us talking anyway.
All right.
Oh man.
Oh man. Okay. I think I'll just end this with the Picard review, and at the end I'll just title it, or at the end of the title is just like shooting the shit or something like that. I don't know. You can't really say that, but just like
or just abbreviate it. The shite.
Yeah, talking tech or something like that.
Yeah,
talking film and other things.
Talking. Was it shop? Is that what they say sometimes?
Talking shop. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Oh, but that was fun. I liked it. But I'm gonna end it because I really have to use the restroom.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Cool. That'll end it for this week's edition of Journey Into Nerdom Podcast. Once again, I am SR Native. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I was gonna say I don't use my Facebook anymore. Stop using Facebook.
Yeah.
This thing. I got rid of I haven't gotten rid of it. I just don't go on social media anymore right now for the time being because I feel like it hinders me now.
Oh, good for you. I mean, I can't get off the addiction, but you can get off of it.
The only bad thing about Facebook is that once you're off Facebook for like 3 days, it starts telling you on your emails. It starts showing emails to you. Hey, your friend posted this. Why don't you check it out? It's like I don't want to. Yeah. But I can't get rid of the hose on on Instagram, so I always look at that. All it's for anyway. Sorry to say that, Instagram. Okay. Go ahead, Mike. You can plug your stuff.
Yeah. I've been Forever Delicious. You can catch me on Twitch and Twitter at Forever Delicious.
Why are you getting closer?
Because like this whole entire time I've been trying to talk, but apparently it doesn't pick up.
Oh. I've been Forever Delicious.
So apparently I got to get closer to the mic. Like,
that would help.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can catch me on Twitch at Forever Delicious and on Twitter at Forever Delicious by the E before the R.
And I've been Zen Pixel, XEN Pixel. Catch me on Twitter and the Instagrams.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks again, guys, for listening. We'll be back hopefully on Saturday if the world hasn't ended. Until then, well, I can't say support your local comic book shops or game shops because they're all closed.
I guess buy digital.
Yeah,
would that help?
Even digital's gone too.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll tell you that later once I get done with
everything. There you go.
But okay. We forgot to talk about that, but whatever. Okay, I don't know if it's real or not, but whatever. All right. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Until then, stay safe. Wash your hands. Clean your ass.
Not in that order.
Yeah. Don't touch each other.
Just stay away from each other.
Just stay away from each other. Until then, we'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.
Bye.